Hey guys, welcome back to the Overall Podcast, Season 2. Welcome back, guys. We are ready for college football. We are ready for the season of NFL football and just football all around. But yeah, college football is right around the corner. I think we have like 18 days, at least until A&M's game. When does Tennessee play? When's their first game?
I should know that, but per Twitter, I think it's the exact same date.
Yeah.
Because they do like this day, 20 days left, and then they'll show the best number 20s in Vols history.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But getting older / my eye / Tennessee has sucked. It's been average. It's not even that we've sucked. Been average for so long.
Yeah.
No,
trust me. Being an
I love
fan,
I love Tennessee.
I know the way that feels.
I hope they win, but it's not going to be this. I expect to lose. So when we do, I don't give a shit. Right.
Yeah.
That's sad. That's a sad place to be. That being said, I'll be into it. I'm just not as into it because they've taught me not to be.
Yeah. No, I was the same. I had the same motivation for A&M for the longest time. I mean, we've just had this newfound glory, at least in my generation, for me to be like,
that's true.
It's like the most exciting time to be an A&M fan, in my opinion.
Well, and you also kind of went to school at the same time where they kind of got relevant, right?
Yeah.
So or at least roughly.
My first year when I was there in College Station, it was, I guess, A&M's second year or first year in the SEC.
Was it 2012?
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah, so 2012-2013 season, I think was their first with Johnny, right? Was that their first in the SEC?
Yeah, that was the first in the SEC. Yeah. I went to a couple games, got to see him play a few times. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun, dude. Like, just the atmosphere too. Like, I can't wait. We're going for my birthday this year. Me and Hannah are going to go down. It's going to be a good time.
Speaking of, well, maybe not speaking of, sorry, but new setup I see behind you. Looks like he's in a different angle, at least, maybe a different room.
I am in a different room. Me and Hannah, I think we got our house ready to go. The housing market, it's been crazy. So, but I think we found what we want and what we're going to be doing. So excited for that. I just kind of, the process, it takes a while. So it's not fun. So, as soon as that's ready, we're hoping within the next month or so, we'll be moving in at least.
That's awesome, man.
So, I'm not sure if there's going to be some updates that we have to do before we move in. So we'll see what happens.
Rental house?
It's going to be a lease to own. We're leasing the home.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's a smart way to do it. I never did because I didn't get to a point to buy a house till we moved here, and that there's none of that here. But in college, a couple of friends of mine thought about it. But it's sort of one of those things. Like, do you go in and buy a house with like a fraternity brother? That's setting things up. So we didn't. But that's awesome, man. I like the new setup. I don't know. Did I have lights last time? God,
not as much. I don't think.
There you go.
Yeah.
My eye is still acting up. I know. Broken record. Every viewer has seen it, and every podcast probably. Anyway, it's like I've never done anything for it, but this helps. It gives enough light to where you guys could see me.
Yeah.
But the overhead light in here would just would suck. So
just
hope you like it. If you don't, oh well, it doesn't look too bad. But
no, it doesn't. You look fine.
They have a strobe version? My God, I'm not epileptic. Whew. That'll make you. It's so obnoxious.
Anyway. Dude, I've never understood that when it comes to LED strips like that. Why they have different settings? It's this is terrible.
A ton. Dude, the remote pad is
all buttons. The whole thing is buttons.
You're right. It's as big as my iPhone and everything's a button. Yeah. Oh, college football. College football. Sorry we took a longer than expected break, everyone. But we're busy. Everyone else is, right? But we're excited to be back, hit the ground running.
We are. The podcast, we wanted to start doing it just because of this time, this frame of our lives, is because of our love of sports and video games and bringing it all together. And now we're in the mode of the biggest sports that's watched in America, obviously football, and football season goes crazy. So, this is going to be a really fun time for us when we get to cover all of our, teams and favorite players and just the things that are going to be going on. So I'm excited for this season. I think A&M's got a good chance Preseason ranked AP's got us at 6. So that's like, that'll boost you up a little bit. And then it looks like from our schedule, if things go the right way on paper, we should at least win our first 5 games possibly. So then we have Alabama on October 9th at Kyle Field, though. So who knows? But we don't got that crazy of a schedule this year.
If that's your one loss, you guys stand a chance, right? Like to get
yeah. So then we have, I think that our 3 biggest threats are going to be Alabama, Auburn, and LSU.
And I wouldn't worry too much about LSU. I have family there, and I call it. Look, LSU is average. They get Joe Burrow and that great offense coordinator. They were amazing. And then I was like, I guarantee you guys suck next year. They did.
Oh yeah, and they did.
They're never going to suck because they recruit so well in their defense. But again, don't ever overlook them. But I'm not expecting much from them.
So I want to touch on this for just a little bit, but in next week's episode, I want to really dive into this and take probably an hour, because I want to really talk about this. But we have to mention it because it's happening. It's just real time. Texas and Oklahoma coming to the SEC.
Yeah, we almost did an emergency one. I swear to God, but it just didn't work out. But yeah, I guess it's as official as it can be until it comes, right? But
4 years be interesting. From now, 2025, right?
I thought it was sooner, but you may be right. I thought it was 2023. I'll look that up. But I want to hear from your perspective next week. Give me a general. How do you feel about it? But next week, I want to dive in.
Yeah, we'll dive in next week
because A&M had their.
That's our biggest rivalry. Okay, so
I get it, but it just looks to me like I'm Tennessee fan. Our West tie is Bama. We have been bad for 20 years. They've been good for 10. Yeah, I don't want that changed. A lot of fans are like, yeah, take them out. No. Get our ass kicked and make us better, or just ruin the program. I don't care. So like when I saw A&M called that meeting to be the only school in, I thought that was a beta move. What is your perspective as an A&M fan? Maybe we get that. Thing. I don't know.
Here's the thing. It's like, here's the deal. Is like, okay, yes, A&M left. There was bad blood when that did happen back in 2012. But like Texas coming now, they gave us in the Big 12 all around, gave A&M so much shit for leaving the Big 12 and going to the SEC, talking about we're going to get our asses stomped. We're going to, y'all never live up to that SEC standard. And now here we are consistently living up to that standard. And then them following suit, seeing the success A&M has had. It's just like, in my opinion, A&M could have handled it in a way where it's like, yeah, bring it on. We want this. Bring it. We're going to destroy you anyways, because that's what's going to happen.
Right.
Texas at least has no chance to be good for the next 10 years in the SEC. They are going to go through bad growing pains because they have so much leeway between the time frame of them joining and from right now. All those recruits are just going to go to A&M. If they're going to go to a Texas school knowing that the Big 12 is departing and failing in the next 3 years, why would you invest any time into that? Any recruit's going to look at the SEC and go, obviously the Big 12 isn't where I want to be, even if the two biggest schools in the Big 12 don't even want to be there. Why am I, as a recruit, going to go to that division? No, I'm going to go to the SEC. If they want to stay in Texas, they're coming to A&M or they're going to LSU. And then Texas is going to get their butts handed to them. Oklahoma, on the other hand, we'll see. Oklahoma's never been able to hold a defense. A&M played them in the, I think it was a Cotton Bowl or Chick-fil-A Bowl a while back, and A&M stomped them when we had Johnny Manziel. But still, they don't have a defense per se that's going to live up to the caliber of most of the SEC. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Oklahoma has the best chance out of the two. But we'll see what happens. I welcome it. I welcome it back. I love the rivalry. I love the shit talkery that comes with it.
Thank you. I wanted to hear that from an actual A&M fan.
Yeah, I hate Texas. We're not even allowed to have the color burnt orange in my home. So like I want that to be back. I haven't gotten to have that in a really long time, and I know we'll beat them at least for a few years. So it's like Bring it on. Come on. I'm excited for it.
I like to hear that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll touch on it now and next week. I don't know, all season. But here's what I see. Oklahoma will hold their weight offensively, because they always have. Like against Georgia with Baker, they let them at halftime, but then their defense got worn down second half, got beat. And that Georgia team was good, but they weren't like an offensive juggernaut. So I want to see how their defense improves, or if it does. Obviously, I think they're pretty much bottom tier they're on the bottom rung in Power 5. So the only place to go is up. Joining the SEC is only going to help them recruit better. So I think they're going to be fine. Yeah. Texas, to your point, I think there's at least a 5-year. Well, we still got you were right. It is 2025, July 1st. So what, 4-ish years?
Yep.
3 recruiting cycles. So yeah, 10 years, I'd say they're going to be behind the 8 ball. And then I just had an interesting note, A&M's money inflow, because that's where Texas has always dominated, right? And
now A&M dominates it.
I don't think they make more in revenue, but if you look at the donors, et cetera, they're at least up there.
I think in 2019, A&M surpassed Texas in revenue from football.
In football, interesting. Well, yeah, and Tennessee's up there, so that doesn't necessarily mean success. But to Graham's point, like if that's the case, they're already behind the 8 ball. Why would I go there?
Exactly.
The money isn't necessarily on Texas side, but another thing is like Texas has their own network, right?
They don't get to bring it.
No, they're going to have to sign all that over to SEC, ESPN. So then, because all this, another aspect we got to remember are these like likeliness things that college athletes now can like get a contract with the local food joint, whatever. If you have more money as a school, obviously you're going to have more opportunities to pay, not pay the kids, but pay the company to pay the kids, right? Like, come on, we know it'll happen. Anyway, so that's just less money, and that's going to be, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I think you're right.
Yeah. So that with Texas, my one comment I'm going to make one more time about Oklahoma, and I think it's the only downfall that's going to be they putting themselves in, is that by them joining the SEC, they practically guarantee that they won't see the college football playoffs for the next 10 years.
That's true.
Because
that is true.
Here's one thing that they'll never do is beat Alabama, and especially in the SEC championship. So,
well, if they're going to go west, they'd have to play them. They'll have to
play them every year, and they'll never beat them. And so that right there rules them out. It will rule them out of any time, of any opportunity ever going to see the college football playoffs, because there's no way they ruin that for themselves.
Yeah. And assuming they beat West, they got to get through Bama, who is top dog. Then A&M, LSU. I think that they would kick Auburn. Maybe. Who knows what they'll do? But if they kicked anybody from the West, it'd have to be Auburn geographically.
Yeah.
Which would suck, because then Tennessee's tie probably wouldn't be Bama. It'd probably be Auburn to Bama. So anyway. But that's like the gauntlet of the West. That lowers Oklahoma's chances. Like. Whew.
Yeah. That's my only fear.
That's a good point.
Yeah. All right. So next thing I want to talk about real quick is I want to talk about NFL and what's going on with preseason, what everything's looking like, and then talk about fantasy for a second, and then So NFL. First off, with fantasy, we are creating a fantasy football team. We're going to get some of our friends to play, and it's just going to be for shits and giggles, no money involved. But I was thinking, and I'm running by this live, a trophy, an overall podcast fantasy football trophy, and we award it. And we award it right to whoever wins, and
I'm down 100%.
So there's just no money, it's just bragging rights, and you get the trophy.
We used to do a Sacco in my fraternity league. We've all spread across the country now, so it's like we're not going to do that, but it's fun. I love it. I love that idea. We'll do it.
All right, cool. So with that being said, we'll have more on next week with fantasy football, but what are you looking like with your season predictions? How's your team looking?
My Titans, I guess you could say I'm a conditioned pessimist when it comes to Tennessee football, both pro and college. So I try to, like last year, I'm like, I know we're not going to win the Super Bowl. Our defense is atrocious. I don't know how much that's improved, but I think it has. I think we've signed a few defensive ends, because I think we had the lowest amount of sacks in the NFL last year. And then we got a few cornerbacks in the draft. So,
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I think we've only improved. And if we were a top 5, top 6 team last year, which I think most people would say, then yeah, I'd say I think we're in the talent-wise on paper in the final 4, if you will. Now, I'm not predicting we'll get there, but we'll see. Yeah, it's good to feel that way.
You have the best running back in the league. That can be said. So, you got a good opportunity.
And Tannehill,
Tannehill's good, dude.
Keep doing what you're doing. The disrespect on him, by the way.
He's getting better every year, dude.
He's like Kurt Warner. I heard that comparison from a Titans Twitter account I love, that they just said, like, look, I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm just saying, like, if Tannehill keeps putting up the numbers he's doing, which are like top 2 or 3, seriously, since he's became starter, it's insane that he doesn't. Patrick Mahomes is a household name. Tannehill, maybe not. And he's right up there with him in numbers.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't won a Super Bowl, though. I get it. And Nashville's a smaller, whatever. Anyway, if he does that and then I'd say wins a Super Bowl, I think you got to say maybe Hall of Fame talk like Kurt Warner.
Oh, again,
that's a stretch, but I'm just saying he's on that level. We'll see if he keeps it up. I don't know.
He's talented for sure. Patriots are looking good, dude. I mean, everybody's got some pretty, like Mac Jones looked pretty good, dude. He's looking pretty good. And they kicked ass last week, I saw. In their preseason
I haven't watched
game.
it. Yeah.
I mean,
I heard he looked good.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention to preseason because it means absolutely nothing. It's just your team running through the drills, really. It's like live drills, really. That's all it is. So, I'm excited to see the season. Do I think the Patriots are going to go far this year and into the playoffs? No, but I think we had success this year. I think we have a chance at a wild card this year. I think we have an opportunity.
With 2? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm excited, though. I think the Patriots have a chance, at least.
I can't wait to see what. All right, so like our Titans offense this year reminds me of any NBA fans out there. I'm a diehard Kobe fan. Can't see the jersey, but I love him. Anyway, in 2012, I believe it was. So after he won back-to-back and got his 5th ring, they had a little lull. I think it was actually Lamar Odom got butthurt after trade rumors. It's basically the Kardashians making him crazy. So then we had to trade him. Yeah. And then his career was ruined, but so was that run. But then we got Steve Nash, Dwight Howard, like all super loaded, but a little on their tail end. But the sky was the limit. And then the team just flopped, right? Yeah, so with the Julio Jones signing, that's kind of like in the back of my mind as a pessimist, like, is it too much, right? Like, I think the personalities are fine. It's just, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway,
it'll be interesting to see the way it plays out. This season's going to be a good season for the NFL, I think.
Yeah.
If they focus on football and play the game, it'll be an interesting season.
One more game this year too.
Yeah, that's fun. Which I heard was a huge debacle. Like, who cares?
Players union, they want more money, etc.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. But anyway, it's above my pay grade. I'm excited to watch it as a fan, right?
Yeah, I am too. I am too. Okay. NFL next week, we'll get to talking about that a little bit more too. But last thing I want to talk about, at least, Splitgate, dude, is amazing, man. It is like, it takes me back to the days of,
let me look at this shit,
of me playing Halo 3. Like, the feel of Halo 3, the movement, the way that the game controls is 100% the exact same in Splitgate. The only difference is getting used to the portals. But the movement, the guns, even the guns are copied pretty much. They're not identical, but they're pretty much the same shooting. Everything's the same.
The characters look similar too.
Yeah, so it is supposed to be it is a rip of Halo because the shooting of every single gun is the same. The game style is the same. The movement is the same. I would just say the only thing different is they do have a little bit of a booster pack. It's not a jump pack, it's a boost pack, but it is a fun ass game. And if you ever played Halo and you were really into multiplayer Halo and Black Ops or Halo 3 days, this is your game if you want to find it.
And it's free. Yeah, I was about to say free to play. Interesting. Yeah. Funny you said that.
Your wife would love it. Your wife would love it.
I'm gonna tell her about it. She loved Halo. She's a pro, literally a pro player.
Oh yeah.
Halo meets Portal is what their www.startsplitgate.com says. So That's good. It actually looks kind of cool. I'll be honest. Whenever you text me, I didn't look it up. I haven't played a video game. Cheesy, I play like my baseball video game. I've been in that, but there's no sports, and it's anyway. I haven't looked it up, but free to play, I'll definitely give it a gander, and it looks kind of neat. I was never a huge Halo person. Not that I didn't like them. I just had PlayStations growing up. Yeah. Splitgate. All right. So I mean, how much you been grinding it? Like
pretty hard.
Like Apex levels, like we used to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And each match is 8 minutes, so you can play for an hour and feel like you really got to get like session into.
Like team deathmatch style.
Mm-hmm. Team deathmatch, King of the Hill, Team SWAT.
Good change, right?
Yeah.
Away from Call of Duty, because it's like that kind of concept, but not.
Dude, Call of Duty took a dump. Everybody's playing Apex now.
Well, that's what I was gonna.
Yeah.
I just.
What's going on?
It's been Apex? Fun. So I haven't really. Well, anyway, so like the rank split. Not this new season, which is 10, but halfway through 9.
Yeah.
I hate Olympus. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I got Diamond on World's Edge. Didn't play it the whole split. I don't like pubs, and I hate Olympus, so I wasn't playing rank. But I saw in that split like 72 hours, a few streamers trying to dabble into it with their hatred of Warzone and no content and no ranked and cheaters and everything else. Now, granted, Apex had its fair share of bad publicity and cheaters, but at least they have a team. Apparently, Activision doesn't even have anyone. Like, you just can't get banned, pretty much. Cool. So, anyway, in the last, 2 weeks, I'd say, maybe week and a half. Yeah, Tfue, Nick Merckx, Tim the Tatman, although carry out to that, he's quit already because dude, he's so bad. I love Tim, but he's so bad at video games. He just gets, pooed on. Unlike
and
gold
with
lobbies.
Apex, dude,
it's so much harder. It's been fun to see. Like, I know all these guys just started playing it, and they're so much better than me now. Yeah. The first day they play, they're better than me. I get that, so I'm not saying that. It's just funny to see them just troll lobbies on every other game, and then they come to this, and it's like, dude, they're struggling, right? Like, they die off spawn 50% of the time.
Have you seen that clip with Shroud talking about he's like, dude, I forgot how much effing skill this game takes. And it's like,
if you're gonna be good, you're absolutely right. And he's been playing it. Of course, he always dabbles. Yeah. But Nick Merckx, he'll do a couple sponsored streams. I think he did a Fortnite tournament the other day, and he's not specific, but it's been fun. Because I like Nick Merckx, but he's never been my cup of tea to watch full time. Yeah. But seeing him, how excited and giddy him and Cloak specifically. Yeah. And now it's Tom's 72 hours liquid instead of Tim, because he already bowed out. But Nick and Cloak were playing with randoms, and then others smaller streamers you never heard of, streamers you have heard of. They played, I think, twice last week, their first week, 16, 18 hours, into 3 or 4 in the morning, when I was like, holy cow. Yeah. He was like, dude, I just can't. And then every game he was like, and then he'd ready up. It was just cool to see, man. You could say they're doing it for money, and they are, but it's cool to see that. So and my boy Tfue's back in it. I've always been a big Tfue guy, so he's actually grinding it. He's never played it. Yeah.
I saw he did a bronze to. Speaking of bronze to, did you see Timmy 50-something hours?
Dude, I thought Twitch kicked you off after 48. I've heard that. Apparently,
I've heard that too.
Apparently not.
Yeah,
but he did say he had to restart his stream in a tweet or no on Twitch. I popped in and he said had to restart.
Yeah.
Who knows why? I wonder if that was to
Yeah.
Who knows? But dude is just I mean,
a monster.
He's so fun and entertaining and good, and it's cool to see him finally get.
Dude, he will be a perfect match for when 100 Thieves gets involved in Apex Legends, because he would be perfect for 100 Thieves or FaZe because of his play style.
100 Thieves will be coming in my prediction, because Courage has been playing it for a long time now. Wig wants it. He'll be like Wig is on Twitter vouch I want it. Yeah, it's coming.
Oh yeah, dude, and Wig will be the first player signed to 100 Thieves, I think.
He better. I mean, he's obviously playing with him.
Well, yeah,
he's good.
Well, also
he's unsigned.
he has been begging 100 Thieves to take him for years.
Yeah,
for at least 2 years, or a year and a half of however long I've been watching Wig.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And he's such a cool guy. Who doesn't want that for him? But I think that'll happen. And it's been, I don't know, it's been cool. It's like kind of like, again, I hadn't played it for a month, but it's still the game that I have played most. So it's not so boring for me to watch it if I'm not playing. Meaning, if I've never played the game before, I'll rarely, unless I'm interested in trying to play the game, I won't watch it. Like Warzone, a lot of the streamers that I played Fortnite and knew all these big streamers from, then they switched to Warzone.
I never watched them.
I've played it, but I didn't really like it, so I don't watch them, right?
Yeah.
Then I look at, so it's kind of cool to see the two worlds. Like Zach Mazer, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like he's cool, right? I mean,
yeah, I like Zach Mazer.
I like him. He is the one playing with Symphony and Tifu. And like,
nice.
And that's, who would have thought, right? Like I've seen Zach Mazer since like Imperial Hal introduced him a year and a half ago and was just shitting on him. He had like 100 viewers at max, and it's not like his numbers, but it's just cool to see those worlds collide. Who would have thought, right?
Oh yeah, not me.
It's
not
fun.
Me. Yeah, it's fun to see.
The new season is it's on World's Edge. Olympus is not involved, so that's good.
Oh, nice.
I mean it's in pubs. It's got 3 maps rotating. The 3 maps rotating for pubs for the first time ever.
Yeah.
But not, it's just Kings Canyon second split. They took out Sorting Factory, which is just really, and they changed a couple other POIs that they had just updated. They're not bad, but I just don't understand. Like,
interesting.
Update Skyhook. You haven't made it up. Now Skyhook's a great POI, but just saying, why sorting? I love sorting, but it's a cool POI.
Right. Well, maybe we'll have the game maybe tonight or something if you're free. We'll see what's up.
Yeah, man. So it's been fun. Yeah.
So I want to touch on one thing because we talked about it with how Call of Duty and Apex and they're cheating. One of the things I love about Splitgate is that they have 4 people on their team that are handling cheaters. It's a team of only a total of 10 people. Okay, that's it.
Well, they probably don't have that big a player base, so I'm saying like
no. Well,
fortunately that's good.
Well, here's the thing with their player base real quick is they went from having like 2,000 concurrent players to like 10,000 to like 200,000 in the matter of a week. And then they went in a matter of 2 weeks from 200,000 to 400,000 concurrent players, and it keeps growing and doubling and doubling. Like they're getting so many people. Like they had, like there was queue times because their servers couldn't handle how many people were trying to play the game, and they finally got them updated last week. But get this,
awesome.
If you cheat, you hardware banned.
That's what Apex does too.
Automatically hardware banned.
But they have a way around it. That's what Tufi's doing.
Yeah. It's like IP ban. You automatically get IP banned.
Apparently there's a way around it. Hopefully it doesn't hit that game too, but that's what Apex has always had. And then Tufi figured out a way. And anyway, that's awesome to hear though. I mean,
but yeah,
I want to play it.
You never see cheaters. You never see cheaters, which is nice. Yeah.
A lot of the cheaters are off like dark web and stream sniping and get paid to hack and cheat on certain players too. I'm not saying that's the only cheating. Some people cheat because they hate their lives, but that's fun. I'll give it a gander since it's free.
Cool. But,
why not?
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, that's all I want to talk about today. But
hold on. I had a couple more things. All right.
Yeah.
Public service announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I scratched my eye last year.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's tired of hearing about it. I get it. I worked at a hardware store, cut wood and metal shavings, and just literally should have died. Chopped a finger off, but not anything in my eye. I should have had it. A piece of mulch went in my eye last year and scratched my cornea. I wish I'd have gotten it handled as proactively then. I did go to an eye doctor, but not an optometrist to like do the procedure. They just kind of like squirted it in my eye. I was like, oh yeah, it's out, but didn't heal the scratches. Anyway, cornea erosion, Google it. It is awful. I've had a procedure like 3 times now and healed, and had it. Looks great Friday. Took the bandage out of my eye, contact bandage. Monday morning, went to bed Sunday night, fine. Monday morning, woke up legally blind, pain in the eye. Like, it's just so bad. If anybody's out there, just like, I'm the biggest nerd now. I'll wear my sunglasses like mowing, like every outdoor activity. Yeah, it's so bad. So anyway, and then number 2, on a brighter note, I was looking at schedules here. Okay, you want to do a prediction, a little teaser?
Yeah.
On the college seasons, are you prepared for that? We can do it next week. I'll do mine, and if you're not cool, then you do yours next week, and we'll compare.
Yeah, let's do it. We get time.
All right, Tennessee. Oh, versus Bowling Green, week 1, win. Versus Pitts. Let's do week by week. All right, so now let's kick it to you on A&M if you're cool.
Okay, so A&M, Kent State at A&M win.
All right. Week 2, Tennessee versus Pittsburgh. God, this is where I'm at. I think it's like a 55% chance we win, but I mean, there's a decent chance we lose. I'm going to say win, but just, float that out there. I would be shocked if we lose.
Yeah. Second game for us is Colorado at Colorado. And I think win.
Yeah. Living here, dude. A, they don't care, and B, they suck. I will say though, they did get Tennessee's transfer quarterback JT Shrout, who I felt was the best quarterback on our roster every year he was there, and of course we didn't play him. So anyway, he's very good. For the first time ever, they actually have like a quarterback who could play in the NFL. So who knows? But you guys will kill him.
Nice. All right, yeah.
Week 3, Tennessee Tech. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I'm literally not even gonna say it. So win. All right.
We have New Mexico at A&M. Easy. That's a dub. That's a dub every year for us.
For sure. Oh man. 3rd Saturday in September. My least favorite school, part of the country, place on the planet. The Taliban could go there and you wouldn't notice a difference. I'm teasing. That was just a little pop culture reference. I hate the University of Florida so much. They're going to kick our ass. Okay. I keep it real. I say 2 to 3 touchdowns minimum. So it sucks, but.
Oh, well, we have our favorite rivalry, Arkansas, and we'll win because we win every year. In fact, they've not beat us.
Suey. I hate Arkansas, dude.
Oh, me too.
Me too. They're not like Texas, and they're not like Southern, and they're just
they're just
some strange dudes, man, with pigs.
Just annoying.
Let's see. Then we've got at Missouri. Jeez. Nice. I'll say lose on the road. Really? I'd say it's a coin toss at home. Probably a loss on the road.
Yeah. So then our next game is Mississippi State at A&M. That's a win. I'm confident that we beat Mississippi State this year. I'm confident that we beat the majority of the SEC this year, in fact. So win for sure.
Okay. This one is the toughest game on the schedule. This one in Georgia. I don't care if you put a number 1 next to Georgia. Tennessee could beat them every year. I'm never scared of Georgia. Never have been. We beat them by 30 when we were like unranked and 5 wins that year. I don't care. They're not threatening. Same with South Carolina, except this one, it's more like they always suck, but it's a coin flip every year. Doesn't matter. At home, coming off those 2 road losses, this is going to be like subject to change because I'm going to have to see like, are we complete just rodent turds on the field?
Yeah.
Then we'll lose every game.
Way too early preseason picks. Right?
It's like if we lay down and just get the shit kicked out of us, then we're going to lose this one too. If we show a little fight, we just kind of suck and you're young, then I think we win this. Win. I'll stay optimistic. Win.
So I want to be optimistic about this one. I think we have a chance to win this game. Do I think we win?
That's what you got to answer. Yeah.
We probably won't win. So Alabama at A&M, we lose. I'm going to say lose. But if we do lose, it'll be by 3.
Ooh, I like that. Closer to that one, we'll start throwing out a little spread action. That's fun.
So lose against Alabama.
So quick tally, because we're about midway through. You've got 1, 2, 3, 5 and 1, and I'm 1, 4 and 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3, 4 and 2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. October 16th versus Old Piss. Lose.
Really?
I don't think they're great. Their quarterback's god awful, but Lane Kiffin, he's like, we hated him. He spurned us, and then we wanted him back, but the fans wanted him back, and the school didn't. It's just there's too many storylines. He's just going to come in and just tease us again and beat the shit out of us.
Yeah. Okay, for me, we have Missouri. I think we win that game. That's an easy one.
Yeah, that's true. They are. One. Yeah. It gives me hope. We'll see. You could probably judge how bad we lose or win, right? Probably play your backups if we do win. That'll be a good off week. All right. Tennessee, 3rd week in October, annual tradition. I got a painting. I guess you guys can't see it. 3rd Saturday in October at Bama. I mean, wouldn't change if it was home. We just get 3 more points on the spread, right? We will get run out of the building by halftime, maybe early 3rd quarter. Should be fun.
Nice. We have South Carolina and win. Yeah, at A&M too. So win for sure.
Okay. At Kentucky, I'm gonna say win, but it's not necessarily like we're so much better than them, even though we used to hold the record for beating them every year.
Yeah.
I'll say we have to win this game, especially after back-to-back losses. Even if it's on the road, it is Kentucky, and I don't care if they're good. We beat Kentucky just as sure as the grass is green. And if we have any gumption at all, and if there's any hope for this program under this coach, he does not lose that game. So I got to say win for now.
All right, win. We got Auburn. That's his at College Station, so I think it's a win. I think if it was at Auburn, there's a better chance of us losing that game. But with it being at A&M, and that is my factor of why I'm deciding win.
I like that too, because Jordan Hare's tough. Same with your place too, right?
Yeah.
For Auburn's fans saying that.
Exactly.
I like that analysis. I'll just have to go with the odds against Georgia, lose. Again.
Yeah.
We could win, but lose, I have to say.
Yeah. For us, we have Ole Miss. And I think win. Yeah. It'll decide. The way I'll play Ole Miss is the way that I'll judge whether or not we beat Ole Miss. Ole Miss is, they can pull it out sometimes,
Bro, Lane Kiffin offensively is he's on a different level.
Yeah, it just depends. Our defense better be on, and we'll win. So I'm going to call win.
Bro, you remember a guy named Jonathan Crompton? Shout out Jonathan Crompton. He played in the Canadian League after leaving Tennessee. 4-star, never did anything. Kiffin comes in 1 year, makes him, he was the SEC leading passer in a year. Like a dude you never heard of. Same thing with that shit quarterback. I don't even know, Corral. He's awful, but he turned him around. So good point. South Alabama win.
Okay. We have our easy win, and it's the only school that, as A&M, we show respect to at halftime, at least when I was there. We have Prairie View A&M. They're an HBCU out kind of by Houston. And their band is awesome. Every year their band is awesome. And so super excited for that game. That's at College Station too. So it's a win for us every year. They're not very good, but they show up. They show up for sure.
That's homecoming, right?
Yeah. So it's awesome. Military Appreciation Day for A&M actually. So
that makes
good
sense.
Opportunity there. So
final game for Tennessee versus Vanderbilt. Again, just as sky's blue, we should beat Vanderbilt, but I get that Tennessee's not Tennessee right now. But Vanderbilt is worse than they usually are, which is saying something. And we have 3 straight home games, right? We have 3 straight home games to end the year. We just played South Alabama, so we probably rest half our guys second half. I think we beat them to finish 6-6, if my math's correct. Eligible. Take it.
Nice. I'll take that. That's a good season. So this is going to be my controversial one because this is LSU at LSU. We win.
And we don't know what time it is, but I promise you it'll be a night game.
Oh, right? Yeah. That'll be a 7:00 game, and it's going to be awesome.
So you say you win.
A&M wins, and we go, what is that, 11-1.
Who is even their quarterback? Miles Brennan and stuff. That is going to be interesting because I think at worst for you guys, it's a tough game, right?
Yeah.
But I think LSU is more likely to slide in the negative for them.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any faith in what I've seen outside of the 1 year where they had the greatest team ever with Joe Burrow. So
yeah, exactly.
But I like that. I'd pick you guys too for now, but you never know.
We'll see. So I'm excited for the season.
You got 1 loss, right?
Yep.
So that should get you into the playoff, or at least
SEC playoff, depending.
Well,
Bama will need to lose.
They'll need to lose twice if you guys lose to them.
Yeah. Well, depending on who they lose.
But you guys could still get in the playoff. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You probably prefer not to play in the SEC championship game.
True.
Because whoever the East team is probably going to be up there. And once Bama beats them, kicks them out, you slide in. That's usually how it works. Yeah. I think a playoff shot is very realistic.
I will say this. If A&M beats Alabama this year, A&M will go undefeated all the way through the championship, all the way through the playoffs, and we will win the playoffs, and we will not go defeated. I think, and that will be if we beat Bama, because we will ride that momentum the whole season. But if we lose to Bama, I still think we have a really good shot, to get into the playoffs and to have an opportunity to win. Will we? I don't know. But I think beating Bama would give us the high we needed to ride that way to the championship. So we'll see.
I agree. And the only like evil I can see is the same situation I just mentioned for you guys, losing to them in the regular season, then getting in by them beating whoever in the championship.
Yeah.
If that happens in the reverse and you guys have to play again, oh my gosh. Because I think if that happens, if you guys lose to Bama as expected, but then both get into the playoff, and just to say they probably wouldn't make them play, but if they did, I think the other one is favored to win.
Yeah.
Just by odds. So same thing. If you guys go undefeated, Bama would be,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so much. I can say that Oklahoma probably will not. Yeah, well, they might make the playoff because they're cupcake conference, but they will lose first game as is tradition.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the SEC.
Well, all right, bro. Next week we'll see what happens. I'm excited for this new season of the podcast and for the new season of football.
Yeah.
A&M is also at full capacity for its stadium, so
I saw that
out there. So
I think Tennessee and most schools too.
Yeah.
So that's a huge thing. I mean, that is college football. So yeah.
So be wary. A&M's on the hunt this year. So all right, guys. Thanks again for tuning into our podcast. We hope you enjoyed this little episode. Can't wait for the season to come. Check us out.
Yeah, man. And give us a like below, follow our socials. Let us know if you have a college football team that I've disrespected in here.
Yeah.
Because I don't care, but it would be fun to hear.
Cry about it in the comments.
Yes.
We won't read it. We won't.